Hi everyone. I just wanted to stop in today and talk about integrative energy therapy. For many of you who have been following me know that this has been a very long journey for me. Going from recognizing my intuition to then becoming a medium and sharing that with all of you, and now really falling into and appreciating why healing is so necessary. In all the classes that I've taught over these past few years, the big focus has been on raising your vibrational frequency. How to get in connection with your guides, your team, your spirit. And it really comes down to, we as humans have to heal ourselves. That is the journey that we are here to have. And so for many of us, how do we do that? How do we recognize what needs to be healed? How do we figure out what it is that we need to let go of? How do we let go of it? And that was where I was really struggling. And for me, that's what integrative energy therapy has done. Because one of the really cool things is, after all the counseling, after all the talk therapy, after all the reading the books, after all the journaling, after all the deep diving into my own soul, there was still parts of me that didn't allow me to move past the things that were really stumbling me, the hurdles that I couldn't overcome on my own. And I didn't even know what they were. I just knew there was a block. There was something keeping me from having my best life, from putting myself out there in a way that was going to make a difference, that I was being called to do, but I wasn't receiving what I needed to be able to put myself out there. So the benefits of IET are identifies and releases your deeply suppressed feelings and your core cellular memories. And that's really, really key, because a lot of people don't recognize that our emotional body absolutely is affected by our physical body, and vice versa, and our mental body. They all work in conjunction with each other. And it's really important to understand that coming into balance is looking at each of these different bodies and what you can do to come into balance. Now, as humans, it's going to be really hard for us to stay in balance, but the more often that we strive for balance, the more we're going to start seeing the benefits of being healthier, being happier, being able to manifest the things that you want in your life. And that's what integrative energy therapy has done for me. It has allowed me to heal that cellular memory that I didn't recognize I was holding on to, because many of us come into this lifetime with a lot of cellular memory and even DNA that we've brought into this lifetime with us from our forefathers and our parents. And so a lot of the things that we are, patterns that we are imbibing in, I don't know if imbibing is the right word. Where did that come from? I'm just going to go with it, guys. That's the word that came up. Anyway, sometimes we don't recognize our own patterns because they were given to us and we brought them into this lifetime with us, but now it's time to heal that so that we can start having the human experience that we want to have for ourselves. And that's really what IET will help you do, is to help you recognize the patterns that you're playing out and help you recognize how to heal those patterns. You know, why you keep making the same choice in regards to relationships, into friend groups, into jobs, you know, into putting yourself in situations that you know didn't work out in the past, but you keep putting yourself in that space. Why? That's because we're holding on to that pattern. We're holding on to that at the cellular memory, in the DNA. And that's what integrative energy therapy helps us do, is to stop, to release those patterns. Clears energy blocks that limit your health, life purpose, prosperity, and creativity. That is a huge statement. Holy cow. But it's true. You know, a lot of people that come to me want to know, what is my life purpose? And honestly, we are all here on some level to be of service to each other. That's why we're here. That is what our life purpose is. For many of us, we'll do that in many different ways. And that's where the creativity comes into play, and why it's so important to tap into that thing that brings you joy. You know, for some of you, it's getting out into the earth and doing something with planting and growing and making the earth beautiful. For some of you, it's helping others in a very, very impactful way. healthcare and healing and, really being there for people at that level. And some of us here are to be just affect our family. We came in to just be there for our family members, to help them grow on their life journey. So every life purpose is needed. Every life purpose is important. Not every life purpose is going to be monumental. It'll be monumental to the people that you affect. It absolutely will. But we have to let go of those energy blocks. And how do we do that if we don't even know what they are? And that's where the integrative energy therapy comes in. It goes into that deep cellular memory, into the DNA, realigns it. Empowers you to experience fulfilling, loving relationships in all areas of your life. Yeah, because when you're healing those self-sabotaging wounds, when you're healing those self-sabotaging patterns, that's one of the beautiful benefits, is you're going to start manifesting and calling in and allowing beautiful relationships to flow to you. You don't have to go out and seek them. No more seeking. Helps you to discover and live your soul's mission in life. Yeah. Your higher self is always, your soul, your higher self is always guiding you, is always nudging you, is always giving you information as to what road is for you, what path you need to be going down. And when you're bogged down with that dense energy of all of the hurts and traumas and dramas that you're holding on to, we have to release those so that you can hear the nudges, you can hear the calling, you can get in communication with your spirit and empower yourself to make the choices and decisions that are right for you. Provides gentle yet powerful support for survivors of childhood trauma such as physical and sexual abuse, alcoholic and dysfunctional families. And I hate to say it, but a lot of us have that in our past. A lot of us have that trauma. Many more than probably we even know, because so many people just push that down. And that's really all you're doing, is pushing it down. Ignoring it and not dealing with it, it's just pushing it down. And it's allowing you to react in different situations more and above and beyond how you would normally react if that wasn't there. So for some of you, you really are living in victimization. For some of you, you really are living in unworthiness and powerlessness. So it's time. It's time to get empowered. It is time to release those traumas and dramas that are holding you back. Supports your self-healing at all levels, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Yeah, because they all work together. It's so important. Increases your connection to your angels and helps you work with them in your life. Yes, it is going to raise your vibrational frequency so that you can get into connection. Absolutely. Absolutely. So people keep asking me what IET is, and I haven't really had like a quick answer, because there's no quick answer. But it really is going to help you and allow you to stop playing out those patterns and stories that no longer serve you at whatever level you're at. So guys, that is what IET is, and that is why I am loving it, and I love bringing it to you, and I'm so excited about it. So this is where you take the reins and decide, are you ready? Are you ready to positively impact your life? IET is not a one and done. This is a journey. So for many of you who are self-sabotaging and really feeling unworthy, I would absolutely invite you to look at the package of booking 3 sessions, because the Center of Being, who puts IET out, learningiet.com or learniet.com for more information. But they do say that initially to do 3 sessions to help you really root out those self-sabotaging patterns, the issues in your tissues, the traumas and dramas you're holding on to. So, booking a session, all you gotta do is message me, email me, or just hit the pay button on my services tab on melissaalwatkins.com. That will alert me, and then we can get together and talk about your session, when it would be good for you. Distance sessions, in-person sessions, there is no difference. There really isn't. Once I'm in your energy, I'm in your energy. So the angels will work with me whether we're in the same room or we're on separate continents. It's no difference. So guys, please, 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 if you have any more questions, if you really want more information, please reach out to me. So that is integrative energy therapy in a nutshell. And I wouldn't be here putting out this video, I wouldn't be here talking to you about this if it hadn't made a huge impact in my own life, because I was being blocked. I wasn't able to put myself out there in a way that allowed me to talk to people openly and honestly about my journey, because my issues and my tissues were holding me back. This has allowed me to overcome the hurdle. This has helped me to let go of the traumas and dramas that were holding me back. Things I didn't even recognize were holding me back, and probably some things that I don't even recognize that transformed. I will give you 2 aha moments with IET from myself. Resentment. I did not realize how much resentment I was holding on to. Lifetimes of resentment. And when I felt that energy being pulled out of me, transformed by the angels, it literally felt like someone was pulling a knife out from between my ribs. Letting go of that resentment lightened me, made me feel buoyant in a way that I didn't know you could feel buoyant. I didn't know people lived this free emotionally, mentally, and physically. I had no idea. I always felt a little sad. I always felt a little angry. I didn't realize, I couldn't figure out why I resonated with like dangerous situations or violent movies or living on the edge, that little adrenaline rush. I didn't recognize why and where that came from. And once I healed the resentment, oh my gosh, I don't ride around on E anymore. All these little ways in which I was self-sabotaging myself to get that little adrenaline rush because that fear resonated with me. That was very, very impactful. Very impactful. Changed my relationship with the angels and my higher self, absolutely. It's better. It's higher frequency. And the second way? Becoming empowered. Not feeling powerless anymore. Not self-sabotaging myself by putting myself in situations with people who don't serve me. With people who are going to bring me down or judge me and criticize me. I just don't put myself in those places anymore. And for some people, they don't get it. For many, they look at me and think, you look really different. What's going on? They think I've changed my hair. They think I've lost weight. I've done both. But that's not what they're seeing. That's not what they're seeing. They're seeing the different energy that is now surrounding me, whether they recognize it or not. So that is what I love about integrative energy therapy, and that is what I'm hoping, if you're ready to start this journey, you'll contact me. I'm sending you so many blessings and so much love. Bye guys. We'll talk to you soon.